All right, welcome to the radio program. My name is Kevin Schaefer alongside of Jess. Tonight, Tribe Called Jess, all brought to you, right, by our brand new sponsor, fueled by Monster Energy. You guys can give us a shout at 855-77-WYLDE. That's how you can call the radio program this evening. Jess, good to see you. I heard some people were upset with what I had to say.
Welcome to A Tribe Called Jess, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I had to do a little dance-off with myself in the car to wake up.
Okay.
I need some Monster. I need
It's
to be fueled by Monster.
And it's funny because I go back and I look, because I don't really get to see the feedback like you do, right? I don't get the DMs, and nobody's jumping in my Facebook DMs or my Instagram messages or Twitter. But I kind of go back and I look at everybody posting on here. And Dee actually said something really nice in her posts. Like, she put something up, and then she put something up and said that you held back last week, and she knew it. She knew you held back last week.
Oh, well, I'll tell you why. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, I will address your question, but I'll answer this about Dee.
Okay.
So one of our girlfriends was having a toy party and it invited Dee and I on Saturday. It got canceled. I forgot to tell Dee. So when she was saying it, I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh. And she's like, we were supposed to go on Saturday to the party.
It got canceled?
It got canceled. So we did not go to this sex toy party.
Is that something you guys go to often?
I haven't been to one in years, but back in the day,
yeah,
like, you know, especially when you're more
like,
curious.
Jess, like when you say back in the day, like I would think that I would come over to your house and open a drawer, and there would just be a ton of toys everywhere.
A drawer,
okay,
a dresser,
a
dresser.
Suitcase.
Now I have a toolbox for my jackhammer.
All right, I was just making sure.
I laughed when I heard that back from Jeff. I was like, really, dude? Fair,
all right,
fair.
So when you go to a sex toy, whatever party, do you get something new every time? Or do you like, mine at home are already better?
I mean, I feel obligated to buy something.
Do you?
For the party, but for myself, not every time. And I was excited to actually.
You never bought one and gifted it, have you?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes, of course.
You haven't re-gifted it, have you?
That's dirty. That's funny.
Right. Did you say so?
I mean,
all the guys out there like, that's awesome.
If you say it's dirty, Jess, whatever.
Aye. But no, yeah, I bought, my friends' gifts. They need a little help.
Okay. All right. So Dee was trying to, like, I opened the door last week for you to talk about your toys.
I literally forgot. I mean, totally. And she's like, yeah, I told you we were supposed to go to the park, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I forgot. It was canceled. I forgot to tell you it was canceled.
Yeah.
And she was bummed. She wouldn't mind me saying that.
But that's okay. But so Dee said in her post, right?
Yeah.
Kevin was trying to get you to talk about your toys, and you kind of blew me off because I asked you how many you had. I asked you which ones were your favorite, and you didn't say a damn thing. You're still not saying a thing.
Anything, I'll be honest, like, girls go for these big, crazy toys.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not messing up my shit with big, crazy toys.
So you like the little vibrators?
Yeah, because, I mean, you got to keep that right and tight.
All right. No, okay.
I mean, fair enough answer.
All right. So now I'm going to get a little dirty, and I don't mean to,
God.
right?
Yes,
I don't.
you do.
I don't.
I love it.
But you got to. The only way you can find out about these things is to ask these questions, right? Because I think that you should do this with your significant other.
100%.
I feel like you should do this with your significant other.
I agree with that 100%.
Right? So do you have a bigger orgasm from inside or outside?
Of toys?
Well, either one, with your hand or toys.
Depends if they know what they're doing.
Okay, well that's my question. Are you like so? It's usually an in or outie.
I think it's a fair deal on both.
Okay.
From the best. I hate the word lovers. It sounds like so romantic movie or something.
It is romantic, Jess. I like it when you talk like that.
But they know what they're doing.
Okay.
It's a 50-50.
Is it for you?
50-50.
I would think most girls say outer. I would think that if they're with a vibrator, they like it on the outer.
I think it's both. I'm being honest. I'm not bullshitting. I've been a lucky girl. I mean, I hear girls that say, like, I don't orgasm.
I've heard some girls that say they just can't.
And I feel bad for them.
Right.
I mean, I honestly, I do. No, I mean.
Sorry about your luck. Or you've just been with the wrong person.
I mean, yeah, wrong person, but even those that can't, use toys, anything. I mean,
And have an
you're
orgasm.
missing out on an incredible experience.
Yeah, I
Either
got
way.
I got you. Well, anyway,
Scott
that's
men.
but that's how I saw these posts, and I was trying to talk to you about that last week.
Yeah.
But then, as we were also talking about that, we were talking about aggressive women. And right when we were talking about aggressive women, I said most guys at work or somewhere else, if aggressive woman comes at them, have a tough time saying no.
Oh, okay. So, yes. So the posts, the private messages I got
Right.
were mostly from girls about the 99% of guys cheat.
Okay.
And I want to clarify, I think for both men and women, as you get older, I do think that sex becomes very different. You do have to have that emotional attachment.
Agreed.
I think I think that hits in your 40s for sure, and the later you get. But man, I think what it did, and even to me inside a little bit, I mean, I'm at a different emotional stage in my life, but people are like, wait, there's no hope for me. There's no hope for us as women to have solid relationships where a man's not going to go out on us.
Right.
So I think
99% might have been a little sarcastic, Jeff. I didn't mean to say 99%. What is the real percentage, do you think, that an aggressive woman, if she pushes up on you, that you would say no?
Are we talking Jeff Single or was somebody?
Yeah. Scott, do you have a percentage? Like if somebody came in here and pushed up on you and you didn't think you'd get caught?
You're changing the question every time.
Yeah, these are totally different.
In other words, Scott,
Yeah, if they're aggressive, that doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
If I'm interested.
if you're in a
I like
relationship,
it if they're aggressive.
No, it would be
actually,
zero.
I do too. I like
zero,
aggressive too.
yeah. I mean, I would.
if I'm in a
Yeah.
relationship, I'm not a cheater.
Yeah.
un-
I'm not
unless we have an
either.
understanding.
Okay.
That's a fair enough thing.
Everybody in here is a sellout, whatever.
There's a lot of people at home going, I have that understanding.
Okay. All right. I believe
Jess
Jeff
and I know
does.
a lot of people with understandings.
There's nothing. Hey, you know me, no judgment. So
Yeah, I believe that. But
I think the bigger, real quick, Kev, can I ask the bigger question?
sure, go ahead.
Scott, did anybody touch your big iPad this
Oh
week?
my God. Nobody cares about his iPad.
Dude, I've been grinding too much.
Yeah.
People thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
And when I listened to it back, I have to say, and I'm mentioning it because so many people thought it was hilarious that inboxed me or DM'd me. I don't
So
wanna
Scott
age
drives a Tesla, and Tesla last weekend, if you weren't listening to the radio program, you need to go back. But Scott said, "Oh yeah, it's a chick magnet. Girls want to get in the car and touch my iPad," and everybody in here freaks out, Scott, because no girl wants to
pretty
get in
great.
there and touch your iPad.
You're not a girl. You wouldn't know.
You're right. I'm
But what
definitely not
nobody
touching
noticed
your
was all he
iPad.
cared about was being able to play fart sounds
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
all he's worried about.
It's cool.
Can you come check out my mixer? And my,
I mean,
the
if Scott's
XLR
with a girl,
cables?
like a girlfriend, I doubt that's what she wants to touch. Is your
Right.
iPad.
Yeah, they probably do though. Some of Scott's friends, they just want to get in the car.
Anyway, back to what we were saying.
Okay, so they got in. They didn't like that I said 99%.
It wasn't they
It's a
didn't
little
like it. They
sarcastic there,
weren't.
whatever.
They weren't like upset with you. They were just
Right.
like, "There's no hope for us." I got several of those messages, and I kind of went with this feeling like, and Kev, I love you to death, but I'm like, is there hope for me? Is it even worth it? Because I mean, I feel like I'm sometimes really good at being independent, and I'm like, well, is it even worth it to try?
Right.
So I think, but I kind of went on different socials and looked at different reels because you can search topics. And a lot of guys feel how you do. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not cheating, their narrative, I don't agree. If you're not cheating, you're miserable. For men.
That's a
for
tough
men.
one.
And I was like, ooh, that hit hard. And there were several of those videos.
Right.
Here's my opinion on this, and I really sat down and thought about it. And I go back to what I've always said. You got to understand that men are physical and women are emotional. When
Okay.
you're in a committed guys relationship.
Right.
And I tell my lady friends, you got to be giving it up to your man. They are physical with consent, of course, whether you're in a relationship.
right.
But you have to. I mean, having sex keeps the bitches away.
No, and I agree.
On
with
the
all of that.
flip side of that, ladies far more leave a relationship in their head before they ever go out and cheat.
I would agree with that also.
Yeah, and
they turn it off quicker than men.
But I'll tell you, women turn it off because they feel unappreciated.
Yep.
They're not told they're pretty. They're not this. I mean, guys, these are all fixable things.
No, and I agree. I agree.
Easy
If
to
I'm in-
make your
if-
woman feel
it-
amazing. Trust
right.
me, women are not as complicated as men make them, and men aren't as complicated as women make them. I
Agreed.
mean, that's not to say like. I feel like sometimes I sound probably more masculine when I say service your man, and like, but I mean, I can honestly say my exes never went without, unless
Right.
I had to be sick as a dog.
Right.
Even half in sick, I would do it.
Once a week?
Oh, I would leave if it was once a week.
Okay. So it's 7 days in a week. So
At
five
least
out
4
five.
times a
Okay,
week.
4. 4's a good number.
And that's me pushing that. I mean, I like it.
Okay.
And in a relationship, before I get
Right.
those texts.
No, but we talked about that in show number, whatever, 2, 1. I can't remember which one it was, but men always want a girl to have sex until he finally finds a girl that actually likes to have sex. And then he's like, oh, man, you got to give me a break. I'm going to play golf. You know,
I
I
think,
need
like,
to sit downstairs and play my video games, you know? Like, I don't have time to sit around and
I get
rail
it
you.
if somebody like wants it 4 times a day. That might be a little
Right.
extreme, but I mean, a healthy sex life works for magic in a lot of ways.
Mm.
That's not to say it fixes, toxicity or, gaslighting, narcissism. I'm not saying that. So I don't
Sure.
want to run that
No, I got
either
you.
because I think people come at it as sex doesn't fix everything. But if you're in a pretty solid, healthy relationship
Mm.
and those things are going on and you have communication, which I think you speak to,
Right?
and I suck at it.
No, I think
So I
like-
really respect you for that,
Sure.
that you say that.
But have a good communication, being able to talk to people about certain things is great, right? Being able to sit down. But I'm also the guy, I told you before in show number 1, I'm a huge pleaser. I want to make sure that the girl is happy. I always come in, whoever I'm dating, I'm always calling her gorgeous, or hey, you're hot tonight, or hey, I came in, or hey, cute. I always.
Why do you think you learned that, Kevin?
Why?
Do you think by not doing it at some point in your life?
No, because I told you I've always been. I want to make.
Always.
I've always wanted to make somebody feel good.
Yeah.
Like
well, you
I-
are. You're generous and
Like I
with
want
your
to make
friends
you feel
with that as well.
right? But not just I always like to have people feeling good about themselves. I don't ever want.
I love that about you,
Right. So
Kev.
there's. I mean, the only person I want pissed off at me all the time is Scott. So,
You succeeded that.
it's like so I work on that. I practice.
We do it on
I
purpose.
practice. But you know what? The other thing is though is when somebody does a good job, I will tell them good job. Right. I will say, hey, that was awesome. That worked out. That was perfect. Right. So Scott works hard. I told you back
Yeah.
in show number 1. I said Scott works hard in here, and when he does cool
I
things,
love Scott.
yeah, he does great things. Right. So I always say, hey, that was good. That was the way to go. Right. So it doesn't matter, girl or guy, but my significant other, if I'm dating somebody in a serious relationship, even you, like I told you the other day, you were looking hot.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
appreciate it.
Like giving
I think
compliments doesn't hurt. Now, if I'm in a relationship, I'm super touchy feely. Also, like my affection,
That's cool.
like I don't not.
Are you a
too,
PDA person?
Not too much PDA, but
No.
I will hold hands. I will. But if we're in public, I'll rub your back. If we're just sitting in a somewhere, or to that point.
I mean, I probably
I'm not
depending
pulling down
on
your pants. It's not that much PDA.
I think PDA is situational to where you're at.
I agree.
But I'm not going to go almost down and dirty.
Yeah, we're not going to church and in church.
know that,
Well,
Right? But we know if we go
I
to
mean,
the club,
once in a while, a good hot makeout sesh with
Yeah.
your man out in public is hot.
Okay.
That's situational, but I'm kind of like with you. I'm very touchy. I always make sure they're aware that I'm there with them, and then
Sure.
they want to go off and socialize and this and that. But always connect in some sort of way when we're out and let them know that they're number one. Because when I'm with somebody, I can be honest. Do you ever hear this saying? I don't know if I made it up in my head, but when I'm with somebody like committed, I don't see anybody else.
Right.
Like, okay, maybe Brad Pitt could walk in and I would see him.
So you do see selfish people.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, but there's that one guy. That's
I don't. I mean, the best, I guess, the most aesthetically pleasing person that people would consider, oh my God, he's a 15
Right.
off the charts.
Right.
If I'm with somebody, I don't even see them because I am that. It takes me that long to get there, but once I'm in, I'm all in.
Right.
I love you for sure. If I love you, I really love you.
Okay.
Not in a psycho fatal attraction, boil the bunny
I
type
don't believe
way.
that a bit, Jeff.
Trust me, let me tell you something. This is why I'm never going to boil a buddy because they don't give Botox in jail.
All
I am
right.
not getting ugly in jail
Okay.
over some dude
I
ever.
can see that. I can see that.
ever. Bye. Bye.
I understand.
So anyway, I think girls just kind of felt like girls that most of them were in their mid-30s to my age, where we're like, it's hard to be single at this age in other ways. Mm-hmm. It's amazing in some ways as well.
Sure.
So when we hear that, we're like, you know, you have age coming against you. You have all these things, and that's relatable to women. When you get older, I mean, I'm going to have my face fixed in a few months. But as you get older,
out of all the people in this room that need their face fixed, it's
I'm
not
a girl.
you. I need my. What can I get on that? Is there a party plan? Can I get in on that face fixing?
We could have like an anesthesia party and we're in the same operating room.
I'd love to get a face fixing.
No, nothing crazy, but like it's hard. I don't think women have enough pressure already, just in general. It is. And then you add in, oh, this is sagging. Oh, this is creping.
Right.
Oh, I need Botox. I know, God. And I respect women that grow gracefully because I definitely am not her.
but Jess, that's not a deal breaker for me. Like
it would be a deal breaker if you told me it was a deal breaker for you. So I'd be like, bye, because I am vain.
Right.
I'm vain.
So there are deal breakers. I do have deal breakers.
Okay.
Right. You know, for if I'm in a relationship and I get to this relationship part, I do have a deal breaker.
Tell me.
I have. I think smoking is a big one.
Yeah.
I think smoking is a big one. I also, if the girl that you're trying to date doesn't like animals, specifically dogs.
Okay, I won't even. I have a hard time being friends with people that don't like animals.
Right, and that's so.
I don't mean you don't have to have an animal.
I'm not talking about like we're going to the zoo or the farm, right? Like horses and pigs and stuff, goats. But I like animals. I really like dogs, right?
Yeah.
And so if you don't like a dog, now I don't have a dog because I live on the in a condo, the top 2 floors, and I don't feel like walking his ass down to the bottom floor. But when I do get a house, right, like a house and a yard where he can go out and play or she can go out and play, like I will get a dog. I love dogs. And most people don't like cats. So, I feel like the cat lovers out there in the world, I don't mind cats either. Like I just like pets.
My cat friends, I mean, they love their cats. I agree. I mean, animals, period. I saved a bee like from in Dee's house this weekend. I went over, I saw it sitting there. The bees die, we die. Like there's no need to kill a bee if you can just, anyway. Here nor there, but like I agree with you. That would be a deal breaker for me. Is definitely somebody who just, especially if they're mean to animals.
Right.
I mean,
what else though? Because like when I tell you that, look, I don't
arrogance.
think people. Okay.
I had a long conversation online. We kind of briefly touched on text about red flags, so I think it kind of goes with deal breakers. And I think we have red flags when I'm reading through all this, confused with character flaws. Mm-hmm. I think there's 2 very different things. Because I think anybody will be the right person for the right person. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Somebody's going to find somebody who thinks that arrogance is like this,
No, I think arrogance is a character flaw.
Okay.
To me...
But some girls like that. Some girls will get there and they'll be like, oh, I like how arrogant he is. That turns me on. And I'm like, well, that just makes me want to punch him in the face.
More people said on that arrogance. That would be a deal breaker for me. I do not like... I don't like that.
Right.
I don't ever need.
It's a household name.
So it's funny because every time I watch Forrest Gump and I see him, Lieutenant Dan, I didn't mean to ruin your party, but she tastes like cigarettes. Like
well, I was a smoker. That.
Right.
I mean,
so now I don't
quit.
think that people who smoke are bad.
No.
It just would be a deal breaker for me because one of the main things for me is to be with somebody is that they are a good kisser.
Yeah. Wait. I had a whole thought on this. I love that you're on. Get out of my head.
Okay.
But real quick, I quit December 11th, just cold turkey, didn't plan it. I love it too. And I did it because I want to be around for my son.
Right.
And for my life. I love life.
Okay.
I mean, I do. And it was crazy, but I smoked for a long time. I will never say I didn't love smoking. I'm not that girl.
Right.
But now when I'm out and I smell cigarettes, it is so intense. And I'm like, oh my God, it smelled like that.
Right. Yes.
And you can't hide it with...
Nope.
With other things, so
go into their house, their clothes, their carpet, it all.
Well, I never smoked my.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But the other thing is it takes a special kind of smoker in the wintertime, like when we're out.
Oh, you're hardcore. I was addicted.
You got to get outside because they won't let you smoke inside, and it's below freezing or it's raining,
and it sticks to you when it's cold.
Yes.
It's so gross because I can smell myself.
So. That to me is a deal breaker. So I would I've heard other people be like, well, he has to have a job. Like this guy has to have a job.
People were saying
he has to make enough money.
Yeah, people were saying if they're 30, I kind of was like, and don't have like a total career path and blah, blah. I'm like, some people don't know what they're doing at 30. Now, if he's not making any efforts to go down a path or not, I get that. So arrogance is a big one for me. I just can't stand it. I had a conversation about this. It's funny that you brought this topic up. I think it kind of ties in where we're asking what questions in dating instead of why, because I do want to get into a little bit of dating.
Okay.
If we get there. And we're asking, so guys will come up and hit on you, oh, I have a boat. Oh, I have a motorcycle. Oh, I have this. Instead of having a conversation saying,
there's a super cool way.
oh my God, 2 years ago I got divorced and I decided to get a boat and blah, blah. That's a conversation.
Right.
That's something I want to hear about. Not, I don't give a shit, dude.
Right.
I don't. I've had guys be like, I have a Beamer. Me too. I don't care.
That's the guys with the go fast boats. That's the guys with the go fast usually.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yes. Right. But there's a super cool way. Like you can go and be like, hey, do you like going out on boats? Like, would you like to come out this weekend? Like, would you like to come out? Hey, you know, I'm headed to a NASCAR event. Would you like to go with me? Right. You know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a way to bring up the things that you have without sounding arrogant or tacky.
100%. And I think like, we can make better connections. It sounds cheesy, but it's so true.
It is.
If I just say, oh, Kev, what made you? You're like, oh, what do you do? I'm a firefighter. Fair. You have to break the ice.
Sure.
What made you become a firefighter?
Yeah.
That's what creates connection.
Sure.
Instead, it's like, oh, really? That's good. Do you do anything else? Like these it's between, remember the old, this gets deep, Ford conversation method versus Epic?
No.
We can't have epic conversations if we're not asking great questions of each other. I hate more than anything when guys just tell me what they have and what they do and blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Yes, do I care at some level? Of
Okay.
course. But not when I'm meeting you and I'm not going to talk to you.
Sure. What about like religion or politics? Are those deal breakers?
I'm not going to touch the politics one. I don't know how to answer that.
Okay. Some people will be like, well, he's a hard Republican or he's a hard Democrat. I can't date him. I can't go out with that guy. I can't date that girl. She talks too much about politics. I can't do that.
If politics, here's my thing with people. And whether you're my friend or a relationship, if politics is what validates and runs your entire life,
Sure.
It wouldn't matter if something else ran and validated your entire life. Like to me, you have nothing else because that's all you talk about.
Right.
It could be something else too. So
is it like but how do you like sometimes like you're out in the club and you don't know it and they're like, here, come on, I'll give you a ride home or hey, come on.
I don't go.
But I'm just saying, or else you walk a guy because you're talking to him and you get out to his car and there's bumper stickers on the back of his car that like Trump for life or I hate Trump. All of a sudden that's a big red flag that you were talking about. That's a deal breaker. Boom. Or you get out there and there's a Jesus fish on the back window. You're like, all right, well, she ain't very freaky, so I'm not giving that.
Look, I respect I would say that, I love spirituality, whether that's like kind of Buddhism or this or that, but like.
Don't throw the Bible at me.
Yeah, I'm probably not. We probably would not saying those people don't do amazing things.
I'm not either. But we talked about like.
He probably ain't. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't hate cigarette smokers either, right? It's just for me personally, I don't want to date. That's a deal breaker for me. Other people who smoke and other people who smoke, they may want to get together, right? And that's the thing is you got to find somebody that matches your chemistry.
Yeah, you got to
matches what's going on.
And when I was actually like looking at things about the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Randomly come across this Oprah thing, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it. I like I call her Harpo, Oprah, and it said most people don't know what they want to do in life because they're not successful at what they do because they don't actually know what they want to do.
Sure.
So I started thinking about that, and I'm like, I think relationships don't work because we don't actually know what we want.
Right.
I mean, so I tested myself in all fairness.
Okay.
And started to go, what do I want out of a relationship? Because I'm like, do I know? And it took me 3 days, and I think I kind of know now. Oh. But I was like, I don't even know what I want. And then I start backpedaling and going, fuck, are we all like a hot mess? Because have we ever not really? Well, we don't know.
Some people are kind of like deal breakers, like height of a guy.
I preface towards
hair. Like I lose out on everything, right? Right?
But Kevin, you're a good-looking guy. You wear without hair well.
Well, that's good because I can't grow it back.
Some guys, I think, it's all in your shape of your head.
Okay.
The top, this head.
But I mean, those are the deal breaker things that as you get into somebody like, hey, can you come talk to somebody? Could somebody ever tell you, you know what? Hey, man, I know you're trying to flirt with me and you're trying to hit on me, but you're just not my type.
Has somebody said that to me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
To you?
Because I'm a lot. When I say I'm a lot, I think that comes across. It's like, I'm a lot. I'm crazy. I'm exactly who I am, especially now in my life. So I'm a lot.
Okay.
And it just show's going to make my chances just go. Because I'm not
They
changed.
call that extra nowadays.
Yeah, extra.
But I am extra.
Jess is extra.
Hold on.
Yes.
I am extra. And I'm going to tell you right now, I love every bit of being extra. Because at the same time, I walk in integrity, loyalty, and all those things. And that's badass. And I like it.
Sounds like a poster at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like, for the employees. You got to have integrity.
And I like sex.
Well, see, there you go. That should be at the top of the list.
Winning.
That should
Jess,
be.
you know I love you, but you are extra for sure.
That should be at the top of the list.
Not that
But
I'm
why-
not either, but
You are, but I think we've stayed friends this long because there's a part of my extra that, we get on the phone and I'm just like, blah, 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 and I say it like it is.
Okay.
And he says it like it is. And Jeff is wild and crazy in his own ways. And I love that about him because he's exactly who he says he is.
Okay, but we were talking a deal breaker, and you say you love to have sex. Is there something like you don't know about somebody until you have sex with them, and then you have sex, and you're like, that's a deal breaker. I can't be with that guy because he does this.
I mean, I think some people are nervous the first time you have sex.
Bad kisser.
Oh, out.
Gotta go.
To me, that's where I was going with that.
Gotta go.
Don't you think, like, when you're with somebody, let's take away being single. I'm just saying, with somebody.
We've been talking about relationships.
Yeah, like a hot makeout. To me, kissing sometimes is better than sex.
Super hot.
It's super fucking hot.
It is.
And
I
a
agree.
good makeout sesh
1000%.
is sometimes better than getting railed.
Yes, it is.
So if somebody, I'm
agree.
all about the passion.
Most guys won't agree with that. Most guys would rather get a blowjob or get laid. I'm telling you, I would rather make out with somebody that's a good kisser. If
I think
I don't feel satisfied when she leaves, I'll go play with myself.
fair.
I would rather have somebody who's a good kisser.
I agree. I think kissing is so important because kissing is sexual. Kissing is making up.
Yeah.
Kissing is intimate and emotional.
Sure.
So I think it crosses. Not that sex isn't, but I think kissing is like I'd say a journey. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying.
No, I agree.
And I think it's super important to me. Good sex is important to me. Like somebody that knows what they're doing.
When you say good sex, do you have any bugaboos? Somebody can't do to you? What can't somebody do to you? I have 4.
Tell me your 4.
finger in the butt.
I told you, finger in the butt doesn't bother me.
Oh my God, you put it all out there.
It doesn't bother me.
What's wrong with you guys?
As long as it's not like gross.
That's not my bugaboo. So there's 2 things, right? I don't mind tying.
I'm like actually sitting here thinking.
So I don't mind tying somebody up that wants that kind of stuff, but I don't want to be tied. No chains and no ropes for me. Okay, no chains and no ropes. Right?
Well, there goes that girl I was going to hook you up with.
Right. All right.
She's
Right.
waiting outside.
And then I don't know what it is, and Jeff, maybe you can tell me. I can't remember the website.
Control.
No, and the control thing, but the website where was it 2 girls in 1 cup or whatever the hell that was?
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Unfortunately, I still remember that. Luckily, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I've
Only
never
heard
seen
about
that.
it.
I only heard about
that
it.
too.
I've never seen it.
That's
But you
famous,
can't vomit on me and you can't shit on me. You
Okay,
can't, right? That's
Okay,
it.
fair.
That's it. Those are the 4 things. Don't chain, don't rope, don't shit, and don't vomit. Yes. So you can't do any of those to me. Everything else, we're playing. We're having a good time.
Okay, with you on the vomiting and shitting thing. Oh God.
Right?
I have heard the shitting thing way back in the day.
That was a thing, right?
Way
I wasn't
back in
making
the
that
day.
up, right? That
And
was a
I
thing.
just am
Yeah.
like,
That's like a big German thing, apparently.
What?
Really?
My brother lives in Germany. I'm going to ask
So
him.
gross.
I'll be
Yeah,
like,
when I
do
was in
people shit on each
Amsterdam,
other?
So gross.
All the German porn section was that.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, I
Wait,
can't
what?
handle that. Now, I will tell you that if a girl likes it in the back door, right? And you get a little bit on you. That just happens in sex, and that doesn't bother me, right? You just go
Feel
clean
butter
up.
bean?
Yeah, right. But I'm just telling you, if she likes that and wants to have that, I will take care of that for her.
Yeah.
Right? That's not a bugaboo for me.
What,
Right?
anal?
Yes, that's not a bugaboo for me, right?
Me either.
Okay, so
If somebody knew what they were doing.
right, so that's what I'm saying. So what are your bugaboos?
I'm trying to think the shit.
You don't have any bugaboos?
Nobody. I wouldn't say like I'm not one to go here, tie me up and handcuff me. And I think mostly because I'm like
Some girls like that. Some guys like that.
It's not that I don't like it. I'm fine. More because I think the other person gets off on the control. So to me, when pleasing them is like awesome.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, if this guy gets pissed at me, he could leave me here,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
my
am
problem.
tied up
How
for
many-
hours.
How
Nobody
many
can find
movies-
me.
yeah, how many movies have we seen somebody
Yes.
strapped to their headboard in a hotel room and the manager finds them?
George Costanza.
Yes.
Oh my
just like
God,
that.
Seinfeld.
Yes, that's my
Yeah.
problem. Like I couldn't do that. Like
That's what
that's
free. But
that
it's not
sense
the
of-
act.
That sense of peace out. I'll see you, and they leave your ass there.
It's not the act that actually scares me. It's that they might leave my ass there. So therefore, I'm not like, oh, let's get some ropes and chains out.
Right.
Um,
There's nothing. Come on.
I
You have to have a
really
bugaboo.
don't need anyone to give me a golden shower.
Okay. All right.
I see no turn on in that.
Now I will tell you that if we're in the shower together, and you have to pee, and you pee
That's
on
not
me,
a golden shower.
right? Okay.
But I had friends way back in the day. Jeff, you know them. I'm not going to mention.
Oh my God. You
No,
didn't have
way
to throw-
back. No, not
I
nobody.
can guess.
You didn't have to throw that in
No,
there, but
they,
all right.
they moved away. I'm talking
Okay.
97.
Okay.
97.
That was their thing.
I can definitely guess now
Okay.
if they moved away.
Yes.
All right. So
And I wouldn't say I'm naive, but I am like 21 years, 22.
okay.
And they literally, like, we would talk openly
Hmm.
at work about how they peed on each other. And
Okay.
and I'm just like, this is so disgusting
Yeah.
to me.
No, I couldn't lay in the bed and have somebody pee on me. But
I don't get it.
But if we were
But
in
it's
the,
a thing.
yeah, exactly, if we were in the shower, and
That's
somebody had to pee,
different.
okay, as long as that's different, because that doesn't bother me.
That's like people pee in the pool all the
Okay,
time.
so that doesn't bother me. So that wouldn't be a huge turnoff for me. That's not a bugaboo. What about threesomes?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so that's a bugaboo. So you can't do that.
No, I won't do it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if.
I'm not saying I don't think it's hot. I'm not doing it.
Okay, so that's a bugaboo for you.
But I have no problem with people telling me about their shit because I love hearing about that shit all the time. I'm like, tell me more, tell me more. I live vicariously through people. It's hot.
Okay.
It's hot. It's just
Some people that's not a bugaboo.
It's
for.
not. And maybe
Not my thing. Not
I
my
think
thing,
maybe
but
I've gotten
whatever.
conservative when I talk about this over the years. It's just like it's no place in a relationship that I want.
Sure.
Doesn't mean I don't think it's hot.
Right. So if one of your girlfriends came to you and said, "Hey, my husband thinks you're hot. I'm going to let him bang you," would you bang him?
Nope.
Okay. That's a bugaboo.
Yeah. No. Yeah. it's a
Okay.
Bugaboo.
You can't do it.
I can't because it
Does
never.
alcohol contribute into that? Would you ever get so drunk that you're like,
I don't
"Fuck it, let's
drink.
just bang him"? Oh, you don't drink?
Not. And I stopped drinking like the end of December.
Oh, good for you.
Still go out and still have fun. Same Jessica.
There you go.
I drink on vacation
Okay.
and like where I feel safe. Like I had a couple drinks at D's, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
drink in this area anymore.
What do you think the most bugaboo is? I don't want to say most. I don't know what the most highest percentage bugaboo for women is.
Anal.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds so gross to people out there probably, but I think because men just don't know what the f they're doing.
Some girls won't get blowjobs. Some
I feel
girls
sorry for them.
Some girls won't get blowjobs. Some girls won't.
I mean, I get it. Everybody.
Some girls don't swallow.
Yeah, I mean that shit doesn't always taste that great.
All right, so it's a bugaboo.
Feed your man a pineapple first. It
Okay.
matters.
All right.
It does work.
All right.
Dead set.
So some of the, you know what I'm saying? Like some girls don't. Some girls are very.
I think anal's a big one. I don't think. I can't tell you the percentage on threesomes. I think people do freaky deaky shit, and good for
Sure.
them. You know
Sure.
what I mean? I don't see anything wrong with it. I do think anal's a big one. I think some girls don't like giving blowjobs. They don't
Right.
want to do it.
Right.
Okay. I mean that's between her and her man. He's got to
Right.
be like shit.
I lose
Just
out,
like some
right?
guys don't like giving fellatio either. So
Well, they're missing out too.
Well, see, there you go. I mean,
fellatio is on a penis.
all right. Well,
Talking
what do you
about
call
cunnilingus, maybe?
cunnilingus? Sorry,
There you
guys.
go.
See,
But so
Some guys do
oral.
like giving
I'll
fellatio,
just say
though.
oral.
fair, oral.
Oral.
Yeah, so I think those would be the big ones like that I hear girls talk about the most.
Right.
But guys have a lot of things they don't do either. I think women take the rap. Like,
I feel like since
my girl won't,
for some reason, and I don't know if it's just recent, and Jeff will be able to know because he's pretty much in the know about all this stuff on the other side of this. But I think since the inception,
oh my God, here it
since the
goes.
inception of internet with your phone, I feel like more people are watching porn these days. And I think more girls watch girl on girl, okay, to get themselves off, all right? Or they watch threesome sex. They like with guys and one guy, two girls. And I don't know if they do it. I just think that that's their fantasy.
I mean, I'm being honest. I can't answer you correctly. I watch porn.
Okay, girl on girl.
I'll watch girl on girl. I'll watch,
Threesomes?
just regular. If it's a good one.
That's a yes, Jeff.
It seems like what turns them on doesn't necessarily
like what they
equate
would
to
do.
what they want to do.
Correct.
Fair.
Right. That's what.
But I
correct.
mean, I can't speak for other people. That's a conversation I will say I don't have often with my girlfriends. I'm being serious. Where I'm like, hey,
ever had a threesome?
did you watch porn today? No, I mean, I might ask them that, but like that. So I couldn't tell you what porn girls like and don't like. But I think sex is so out there now.
Right.
It's become more of a comfortable and regular conversation.
That's a social media thing.
And people put a lot out there.
Yeah, they do. It's a social media thing. I
Like a
think.
lot.
Yeah.
So-
Have you ever had a threesome?
I will never answer that question.
Scott?
Have you had a threesome, Scott?
Close, but no cigar.
Close?
I think it's like a thing for guys, right? Like you're like trying to get to the finish line to find those two girls that really want to hang out with you.
Scott. Look at Scott's getting all. Are you getting uncomfortable?
Dude,
Scott's face is all red now.
dude, I don't even know what to say to this shit.
Scott, me
You
either.
should see his face, how red it
He
is.
is being red.
Seriously.
We can put him on the camera. He's got a camera on
Come to
him.
the camera. They can probably see it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hi, Scott.
I don't know. Maybe he can't.
There, we can
You
see
want to come
you.
touch my iPad?
Maybe you
Play
can get
fun
two
sound
girls.
Yeah.
Scott, you can get two girls to come touch your iPad.
There you
Let
go.
me know. Keep me updated.
Scott's had a threesome, just it was two guys.
Yeah, and one girl.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that either.
High-fiving.
High fiving. There's
If
nothing
you
wrong with
did, if you
that.
did
They're
have a
playing on each
threesome,
other's iPads at the
long as the
same
tips
time.
don't
If I did have a threesome, it would be with Brad Pitt and bring back Paul Walker.
okay, so that's what I'm asking. Would you do a threesome with two guys and you, or would you rather it with two girls and a guy?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm being honest. I want to answer you. It depends.
Is it
So
a
I
fantasy? Is it a fantasy for girls to have two guys? Like, because for most dudes, they want to have two girls.
think all dudes.
That's what I'm saying. All right, 99%. Finally, I'm right with one.
99%
Finally, I'm
we
right.
agree.
I'm right with one. Finally, I'm
I
right.
think girls can go both ways. I think it's really. I had to think. You guys sometimes got to get me a chance to process the shit coming out of your mouth.
All right.
In a good way. I think it could go both ways for chicks. I mean, they're very different. Like when I think about that, that's two very different experiences. One is controlling a guy because it's two chicks and you have all the control as a chick.
Sure.
One is complete domination of self and being controlled, and that's two guys. So I think, you know, I think girls could go both ways on that. And,
I think for guys, it's more about their ego than about the act.
Well,
It's
I
more
mean,
like
too.
I'm cool enough to pull two girls more than I've got two girls here.
I think most dudes won't do a threesome with another guy, right, in the room because they're embarrassed about their junk. Right? You're like, that guy's way bigger than me. I'm not getting
I
in the
think
room.
anybody doing a threesome is probably okay. They've
They don't care
surpassed
anymore.
that. I really
it's usually,
do.
It's usually about the
The
alcohol,
lights are
too.
low enough. You don't
Alcohol.
see
The
everything.
alcohol.
Alcohol, but I do think when you've gotten into that realm of going past one partner, you're definitely not worried about that. Your confidence level is different because I think it takes confidence, to do that. I honestly do.
So right now, as we go through, like every time you say, I just have, my bugaboos are this, and then I ask you another one, so then you have another bugaboo.
Which is
What? So you don't like girls. You won't do a threesome. You don't want your man to have a threesome. You won't do. But you did say.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you were running down a whole list of
You look bad.
bugaboos.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, God.
But then you said you
Suddenly
like
it's
boring.
sex.
No, I mean, I've had
I'm
I had
joking.
my fun in my 20s. I'm not gonna say I've never done.
That's
anything
okay.
crazy,
Everybody have their bugaboos.
but that's not where I'm at now. I mean, I'm not like, oh my God, there's a girl. It's just not my thing.
right.
No, my bugaboos would be don't vomit, don't shit on
There
me,
you
don't
go.
piss on me.
There you go.
I'm not letting another dude in our relationship or another chick.
Okay.
It's just
She's answering in the present, not in the past.
Right.
She's just forgetting about her whole past.
Right.
And answering as if everything's new
Like
now.
nobody knows you.
oh my God.
I'm not saying she's done anything. What
No,
I'm
I
saying
know.
is
I know.
she's answering it in her present state of mind.
Right.
No, 100%. Jeff's right.
Okay.
I would say I was probably more open to different things in my 20s because you think different in your 20s.
Sure.
I've also watched people do things and it's fascinating to me, but
Right.
I'm like, whoa, not
Okay.
for me. And then I think certain things you just come to in your life, and I've seen enough bad come out of bringing certain things. I think people that do it as a lifestyle and really know what they're doing. I know I have friends that are swingers for sure.
Sure.
They do it as a lifestyle. They're very rare, but they're meaning it works and they're good. And I'm like, all respect. Whatever works
Hey.
for you. One life.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
As long as it doesn't bother you and it doesn't break up your relationship, do it.
On the flip side of that, I've watched it destroy relationships. And, well, because one person always catches feelings. I mean, it's kind
Yeah.
of like, yes, I have guy friends at this point in my life that I feel are really good guy friends, and we could dissect that all day. And
Okay.
I know they don't like me.
Right.
but guys and girls being friends is a fine line of, somebody
I got you.
tends to catch feelings, and I think
Sure.
the same happens, and then that becomes a whole nother nightmare.
Do you have a guy friend or somebody on one of your social media pages that you look at and go, wow, I wish I could get to know that guy a little bit better? Like
Yes.
he's
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
You do. It's funny. I do too.
A guy friend or a girlfriend?
No, a girl.
Really?
Yeah. Is it somebody I know on your page? Is it?
No.
First of all, are they friends with you on your page?
Yes.
They are. And you look at that guy and you go, God, I want to live his life. I want to be with that dude.
Let's not push it.
No. But you're like, you look at him because he posts pictures and then you see it and you go, I feel like my chemistry would match up with him. The only problem is you don't know if he's a good kisser and you don't know if he's good in bed. But the rest of it that they keep putting out, because there are people on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok that you look at and you're like, they're hot.
I don't
first of
see
all.
strangers. I'll say this. I don't see strangers. I mean, yeah, they're hot.
Right.
I mean, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
first of
there's
all,
a
everybody tricks you on Facebook.
there's a thirst trap every 5 minutes on the TikToks. I'm
Right.
like, Jesus Christ, where do they make these men? Like, where
Right.
were they when I was
Yeah,
young
right.
and single and
Right.
super hot?
Right. So that's what I'm saying is, so first of all,
But I would never, like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just like, damn, that dude's hot.
right.
But when I see what someone's doing and what they're about, or have a conversation as friends with them,
Right.
Because we know I'm not saying, hey, I think you're hot. We just we
I
all
know.
show
We
on
already,
that.
yeah, right. But so there's a girl on my Facebook page, and she's also on Instagram, that I watch her do what she's doing. First of all, I don't know what she does for a living because
Can I find out for you? Can I be matchmaker?
Yeah, sure. So I'm always looking at her, right? And I'm like, first of all, she lives in Florida.
Oh,
right?
wow.
She lives in Florida, but she's a huge, I think she's from up here, and she's a Commanders fan, right? She goes to baseball games.
Now I'm going to be told. I probably
Diana
know her.
Rossini, I know it.
And, she goes to baseball games, right?
I probably know this girl.
She goes. She likes to roller skate, right? She likes to go downtown roller skating. She loves going out on boats and she loves spending time on the water, right? So I'm like,
Is she single?
I
mean, not for me. I'm saying, is she single?
The problem is that she never like. I feel like maybe she has a boyfriend, but you can't tell because she never posts
Then
pictures
she
of him.
does not have a boyfriend.
So, but
she
but
either
I see
has
her
what?
taking these trips, going on private planes and going.
She has a sugar daddy.
I don't know if she does or not, but she's like, she lives this life, and I'm like, God, I want to live that life. And she looks so much fun. She goes to dance class. She does the pole dancing classes, right?
Jeff, we know this person for sure. She used to live here.
No, well, she says she does,
She used
or
to.
she
live
used
here.
to. I think she used to, but I don't know if she's a Wizards fan or a Caps
I'm going to
fan.
scour his page. and
I'm
figure this
totally
out.
stalking
I know.
Kevin.
She puts
Now I won't
everything
get
up.
to bed.
Her dad's a pilot.
Now I'm not getting to bed because I'm going to be up to re-listening to the show and going, oh my God, did I actually talk about anal?
He's going to call me in like 2 hours. Hey, is this her?
There's 5,000
Jeff
friends.
and I will be texting all night.
5,000 friends.
I'm close to you. You'll never find.
5,000 friends. Look, and she's super hot, right? Super hot. She stays in shape. She goes to the gym. Super hot, right? She plays golf. She's always golfing. Like the couple of times we've talked.
Sounds terrible.
It's like she's always out, and I don't know what she does for a living because she's always out doing something.
She has a sugar daddy. I'm kidding.
She's always out going doing something, and I'm like, God bless, girl. You're super hot. You play golf. You like being out on the boat. You like going to baseball games. She sounds
amazing.
She does have a kid, right?
Okay, Jeff, kid, write this down.
But her kid plays baseball. She's always putting up baseball pictures, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm a baseball guy. I'll help your kid. Right?
Are you on his page right now, Jeff?
Good luck.
All right, baseball. Kid plays baseball. Boats.
I just rattled off her whole history just because you have a cyber crush. You have a cyber crush on a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
know who
he is.
You know what he does for a living?
I think so.
You think so?
I'm not being. I think so.
Okay. Older, younger?
Younger.
Okay.
Not.
I just rattled off my cyber crush's entire life, and you're holding back.
Kevin doesn't show his friends on the page.
Oh, I don't?
No.
You guys act like
you rattled it off.
You guys act like I know how to work my Facebook page.
You know what? Okay.
It says no friends to show.
What? I'll fix that. I had not.
Do it right now, Kevin. We don't trust you.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to.
You've broken the trust tree.
I don't know. I'll fix it when I get home. I have no idea.
I will say that it's a crush. Oh God, I cannot believe it. You know, I'd rather talk about anal. This makes me way more uncomfortable.
Why? This is great.
I look at.
First of all, hang on. How many people in this country, since social media has come out, have a cyber crush on somebody that they will never meet and never get a chance to talk to?
Oh, I know this person.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so you'll get a chance to meet them. But how many people don't get to meet them? I'll probably never get a chance to meet this
Why?
girl.
We're going to make it happen. I'm making look, the one thing
I doubt it.
The one thing no one will ever accuse me of is not being bold.
Right.
Like I'm bold and I have
for
no
somebody
problem.
else, not for you, because you won't slide into somebody's DMs.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, sorry. I didn't
You can say fuck. That's all right.
I know, but it's not. It's a little trashy.
Okay.
My poor kid, he's going to be like anal mom.
Not good, but talking about the anal's all right.
Well, I'm just thinking of Nico, one of his friends is like, oh, come on, Jess. His college friends today hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm going.
To get a college kid in here and have
they're coming. They want to come on.
Let's do it.
I totally think we should
Let's find out about college life.
We don't give kids enough credit. They have a lot to teach us and they keep us young. Right. Anyway, going back, when I'm looking at someone I have a crush on, maybe this specific person, I watch. What are they doing?
Fireman.
Where are we?
It's okay, Jess.
Where are we like-minded?
Yeah. Sex.
What's their energy?
Yeah. Super high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Good kissing.
You can kind of.
Jeff, just tell him it's me. It's okay.
Shut the hell.
Just tell him.
No, I'm finding Florida girl for you. I love you to death, but I'm fine in Florida. I want a good wedding, and you better not leave my podcast, or else that's how I'm getting paid back.
No, I'm just telling you. There is no chance ever in my life.
But I super crushed on this person, and but I'm like,
me too.
You know, whatever.
So, do you ever reach out to this person at all? I have sent messages to this girl.
She sent you messages back.
Yeah, she'll send it back.
Yeah, I already said I've conversed with this person.
Yeah, but we have never met in person, right? Never, ever.
What do you say to her, Kevin?
Merry Christmas on Christmas. I'll say Happy Birthday on her birthday.
That's it?
But yeah, because you don't want to be the creeper who tries to slide into her DMs.
But you don't have to say it like that, like Merry Christmas.
No. I mean, it's
thanks.
Like, yeah, no. But I try to. But that's just trying to.
How about like, hey, Merry Christmas? What do you? Did you know her before?
Nope, never met her.
Oh, how did you find her?
I don't know.
Rando?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I do take this back. I meant to tell you this from the first show because I try to be transparent. Certain things I'll keep a little at a time, baby, a little at a time.
We're breaking it down, Jeff.
You are breaking me down, both of you. You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, go ahead.
I mean,
we're getting there.
I'm half Howard Stern, okay?
All right.
I did actually one time in the past year, this was over summer, my girlfriends made me friend request a guy I thought was hot on whatever on the Instagrams follow.
Okay.
So I did do that, and I did
Message you.
I didn't message him. I think he messaged me first, and I did talk to him. About
So
that.
I've talked to this girl about other things.
But that
on
was
Facebook.
and that was that. Like,
Right. So
nothing.
I've talked to this girl about other things on Facebook. Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday, but not recently because I don't want to push up on somebody like that. First of all, I live so far away. Right now, if I was getting ready to retire,
Who gives a shit?
and move
It's
south,
It's a 2-hour flight.
and granted, I will jump on a plane tomorrow.
Okay.
Right.
And let's go back to this then. You're
I will
so
jump
busy.
on a plane tomorrow. I don't care how busy I am.
There you go. That's what I was talking about. Remember I said, where's the sacrifice, Kev? But I'm
Yes.
being dead set.
Oh, I got you. I would love to go roller skating with her on the St. Petersburg Pier.
Oh, stop being so cute.
Right? Because that's I would love to go play golf with her. I'd like to go out when I get to Florida, go out on the boat and go fishing or just go boating or go to the beach. Right? She
Yeah.
hangs out on the beach. She's putting pictures up all the time. I hope she's real. I hope she's real. I hope she's not catfishing me.
Was it Instagram or for the Facebook?
No, it's both.
Oh, it's both.
She's on both.
Okay. But that's exactly what I was talking about. What was it? Last show. When you're like, I suck at time and this
Yeah.
and that. And I said, well, maybe there's a girl that blah, blah, blah. And then I said, but where's the sacrifice? And I
Right.
wasn't attacking you because I know where I want sacrifice. But I think when you find the perfect person and you don't know her yet, you need to have better conversations because she could suck.
No, I know.
I mean, she could.
She could
for
suck.
you. I'm not
No,
saying
that's what I'm
suck.
saying. I know. But that's why I brought up the cyber crush because you just don't know, and that's what we were talking about earlier, right? You got to know if they smoke. I don't think she smokes, right? Is she a good kisser? Well, you don't know. That could be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Right. So you start talking about
Better
deal
be
breakers.
worth the plane ticket to Florida.
1,000%. So I'm going to Florida anyways in May, so
Are
it doesn't
you?
matter. Yeah. So
I'm going in June.
It doesn't matter. So but I spend a lot of time down there because my dad lives in the area where she lives,
Which is where?
St. Pete.
Oh, St. Pete.
Yeah.
Oh, good area.
Yeah.
My friend lives down there.
Yeah, so in that area are the Rays. He lives a one exit away. He lives closer to the Trop where the Rays play.
Yeah.
Than anybody I know. He used to have a penthouse downtown. He lived 4 blocks away. He was on 2nd Street and the Trop's, like four blocks away. Now he lives out on the water on an island called Tierra Verde, which is one exit away.
Well,
right?
there you go.
So I could be at the Trop in 10 minutes.
Well,
right?
if you find her, I'll go see Millie, and that way I can make it happen.
You know what? You know what's funny? As I saw you bring up Millie
I
the
love
other day,
her.
I love that girl.
Oh, I talked to her today.
I love that girl. As a matter of fact,
We
if
used to
she
live
didn't-
together,
If she
you
didn't have
know
a
that, right?
boyfriend, I would be hitting on her.
Oh, and her boyfriend, fabulous. I have 2 couple, well, no, that's not true. I have more than 2.
Millie's so great.
She
She helps. She does.
I'm gonna let her hear this because I tell her this in person all the time. She loves me. Her and Kelly love me to a fault.
Right.
Meaning, if somebody hurts me, they're like, "Well, what did they do?"
Right.
Even though
It's not your fault.
Even though I fucked up and totally was a bitch or terrible, but they're so protective. Her friendship has just been everything to me. Going so far back.
When I saw
to when I
her
had
move
our
to Clearwater, I was like, gosh.
She's
I wanna go with her.
And David's awesome. Her man loves her. I love
They
the way.
met down there, though. Oh, they left. They went down there together.
She can tell her
Awesome.
story.
No, I
but
got you.
yeah,
I just said, no, I thought she met him down there because I see.
And they have the boat.
That's what I was saying. So it looks like she's renting out pontoons.
Yeah.
Right. And she looks like she's working maybe at a pizza place, at a restaurant.
I'm
or
not
something.
sure where she's working.
Anyway,
right now.
she is super hot.
She's super
Her
hot.
smile is super sexy. And she's like this little. She's as short as you.
She might be
She
taller.
is, but she is amazing, and she's always looking like she helped me with an event.
She
helped me
always-
with an
she
event,
loves
and
charity.
She's always doing charity work.
We just posted the Right to Provide. We all did
Yes.
together. Me, you. That's how Steve Shaveni, Wisdom. Great
Shinniby,
guys.
yeah.
Sorry, I always say it.
That's all
I talked to him. I'll
Yeah.
say it how I
Shinniby,
want.
that's okay.
He's a sweetheart
Yeah.
and Wisdom.
all those
so
people,
sweet.
all those people. Ked was there. Everybody was there.
Oh,
Grant
I
Paulson.
have so many great photos from that day, and God, I have.
Even Little John was there. Little John was DJing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
We were busy
I knew
doing
he wasn't
stuff.
running.
He wasn't bike riding. He wasn't on the bike ride.
Neither was I.
He wasn't on the bike ride.
And it was funny. I left there that day and literally helped my friend throw a surprise wedding in Leesburg.
Oh, wow.
Like I went from a surprise wedding.
That was one of the best events that I hosted ever.
Yeah, that was really.
So I've hosted thousands of events, and that was one of the best ones.
You know, my favorite part of that is Doc. You know me. I'm a sports girl. I'll rap about sports all day long. And Doc Walker was there.
Doc was there,
and it was so great because we sat and we talked about. Just a little sidebar, why I respect him, about the work he was doing to help football players, getting all this money up front. You know, they're getting all this money.
Sure.
We're handing 18-year-olds or 20-year-olds millions of dollars.
Millions.
And then we're criticizing them for how they're spending it. And I'm like, your mind is 18?
Yeah.
I mean.
Maybe we can get Doc. I got Doc's number.
I adore him.
I'll text Doc, see if he wants to come on your show.
I think his wife was the realtor for my ex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she's a realtor. I think I'm right in that. I might be wrong.
That's the other thing about this other girl, the girl that's in Florida.
All right, but I want to add. I'm
sports
gonna put you,
out.
She
loves sports. She loves.
I want to be her
sport,
friend
not some
because
sports.
I really love when other chicks, I can talk to them. Like this March Madness, I was away in London, blah, blah, blah. And guys always kind of like don't take me serious.
Right.
Like I bawled my eyes out because my ex-husband got me into Maryland, the Terps, when they won Dixon, Baxter.
That was big.
I don't know if Laurent Profit, but Gary Williams, you know, all that.
Yeah.
And I bawled my eyes out. So I think that's cool. But Doc Walker, just going back real quick, he sat there and talked about baseball. And Nico, you know, Nico was still 10 years ago?
Yeah, little kid, yeah.
12. And just what a graceful person. It's so nice to meet people that are just like that in those positions that just care.
Sure.
He just gives a shit. And I really like him.
Yeah. Doc's good, folks. He's always treated me very well and the radio partner very well. So he treated Rock and I perfect. He's a huge fan.
He's just a really nice person.
He used to come to all of our events. He and Ked and Zoe, all those guys used to come.
I love Zoe.
And they used to come to our events.
Didn't you do
they didn't get paid to come. They just showed up because they knew it was going to be fun.
I would see them sometimes back, not Zoe, but a couple Portis and all them. They'd come into East City.
Clinton came, yeah.
No, we've got a cocktail.
Yeah.
It was funny. They, maybe want to drink. It's a Thursday, and I'm like, no. And they're like, why? I'm like, you have a game Sunday. I'm not serving. And they would be like, what? But I was that dead set on football and me. Anyway, all right, going back to this girl.
All right.
And maybe next week we can talk about what a shit show dating is, because I had a lot to say to this. But I like where the conversation went. Oh God, I'm going to pay for this.
All right.
You love all these things on socials about this girl.
Cyber crush. You don't even know if she's real. She could be the catfish, right?
And these are all things
I don't think she is, because there's been a couple of other girls that have got into my DMs that I do feel like are catfishes. I do feel like that. And I will show you a picture of that one, right? I'll show you.
But what is your deal maker with her? Because all you've told me is she likes to do all these things.
Genuine. She seems on Facebook genuine.
In real life, what's your deal maker?
My deal maker? Mm-hmm. Well, I've already told you all the deal makers. So if she's doing all of those things that she's doing that she loves to do, going to the Rays and going on the boat, and because I think her dad has a boat, little center console. My dad has a center console. If she likes going roller skating on the pier, like she just put a picture up today. She was going roller skating with her bestie, right? She likes going.
But what about her?
The very first thing was that she was super hot.
I know, but when you meet her, what's your deal maker? Like, what about somebody? All you told me is she likes boating and activity.
I don't know.
Well, that's great.
When I meet somebody, I want them to smile and be happy and be outgoing and engaged and talk to me and and eventually, hopefully, if you're a good kisser, that's it. I mean, that would be it. You know what I'm saying? Like
for me,
I am more now as I get older into doing fun things. When I was younger, I was all about, hey, let's just go rail. Right? That's all I was worried about.
Nothing wrong with still saying,
when I was Scott's age,
in a relationship.
Yes, when I was Scott's age, I would have railed the iPad. Right? I would have, right? But right now, I'm all about, hey, let's go to the Rays game. Hey, let's go out on the boat.
Right.
Let's go play golf. Let's go do these things that are super fun. And then if we're having sex also, fantastic.
Like, I like the meme. This kind of, I feel, sums it up. Like, I want to travel.
But by the way, I love having sex. So.
And have sex on balconies. What was it? I want to travel, try new food.
No, I love it. No, I just want to make sure.
There's a meme out there that says, I want to make money, travel, try new try new food, and get railed on balconies.
There you go. So,
And I'm like, well, that pretty much sums up what I'm looking for.
Right.
But
like when I take, I want to.
but if I met that guy, besides the kissing and all that, I want somebody that is kind, and I don't mean,
exactly
not masculine.
I
I want a masculine
genuine
guy. But I also want somebody who has great energy and is happy for other people. Like, I hate when dudes that I've been with, even, like, I'll say, oh my God, Kevin landed a new something.
Right.
And he's making something because you were excited.
Good energy is one of the
my
top
first
things.
response to anybody in my life is, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Like, that's amazing.
Right.
I mean, that's awesome. I've had guys say to me that I've been with or friends, and like, they're just saying that. They're not really making that. They're not this. I'm like, bitch, get your security in check, because that's on you.
Right.
And whether they are or aren't, you should be happy. So I want good energy, and I want somebody that's super fun and sense of humor.
You got to have a sense of humor. That's a great point. If she doesn't have a sense of humor, but you know what's so funny is that on this Facebook, when you start to look back at it, you can tell in every picture she's always smiling. Always. She's never frowning. She's always happy. She's always laughing.
I hope so.
Like, she's always doing something, so her energy is up. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Always.
I mean,
But that's me. When's the
Kevin,
last time you saw me sit
catfishing
still?
yourself.
I know. 1,000%.
Dude, this is not a real chick. You
I'm
just
telling
convince
you.
yourself
Did you
that
find
it
her?
is.
She might. No, he's not going to find her.
No.
we're gonna find her.
Right.
If not, we're gonna find one like her for
I
you.
got too much shit
Kevin,
to
you
do.
deserve
don't have
a
time to look
good
at
As a
woman.
business owner, he can't look up girls for me.
You deserve a good woman.
Yeah.
We're gonna find you one.
All right, cool.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's been a good conversation. You,
Oh, that was fantastic. We probably didn't get to anything on your list, so we'll do that next week.
I'm okay with it. There's a lot to say.
All right.
But I know we're at our hour. God, how does our hours go by? You know what? Can I say a few words real
Sure,
quick?
go ahead.
You know what? A lot of people, I shouldn't say a couple, and I was so complimented with both of us. One thing I want to tell you they loved when you said about body count, you were like, I just think it's my turn. So many dudes were like, that was awesome. So relatable.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care what your body
And you know what
count is.
everybody else said to me? It was too short. You guys need to just go longer and longer. And I'm like, well, I can't talk.
Keep them wanting more.
Keep you wanting more. Well, we're going to get into some hot shit next week for sure.
That's fine.
A little bit on dating and what a shit show, but I got deep on it and dirty in good ways.
All right.
But anyway, thanks for listening to A Tribe Called Jess. Please come back and see me next week. Take good care.
Good night,
Later.
everybody. See ya.